Hi everyone, it's Sarah Reynolds here with the Modern Real Estate team coming to you from my newly improved home office for your February market update. Happy Groundhog Day. Apparently we are in for an early spring, so that's very exciting. A lot of what people are asking about now with regards to the market is what can we expect for this year? Are prices going to continue to drop? Have we hit the bottom? What's happening? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the statistics and what the statistics are saying. I'm going to speak a bit about anecdotally what we're experiencing on the ground, and then some of the government changes that can also impact our market. So what the stats are saying is that the number of active listings is still incredibly low. At the end of January, we're at 1,739 active listings. So it's still very low. The benchmark value for a single family home in the core is down to about 1,251,000. For a condo, it's at 578,000. From the peak of the market in 2022, we're down on average about 20%. So the prices kind of went up and then they went back down again, and we're around the price levels of 2021. The sales activity for January were incredibly low. January is usually a slow month, but it was like particularly slow in January for the number of sales. And I think that this just speaks to what we're seeing with the buyers, which is there's just a level of uncertainty. People have been freaked out about interest rates, pending economic doom, recession talk, and just the increase in inflation, and people are just uncertain about what's going to happen. So there's a lot of people that are thinking, I'm going to buy at the bottom. And unfortunately, you don't know when the bottom is until it's already in the rearview mirror. But what we're seeing on the ground as realtors, we're kind of like the canaries in the coal mine. We can often sense market changes before they are actually well known by all the public because we're experiencing it in real time. So in November, December, what I noticed is there was not a lot of showing requests on listings. There was not a lot of buyers actively shopping. And then around the first week of January, it was like a light switch turned back on, and it just seemed like there was so much more activity. So we're seeing tons of activity on our listings, not a lot of motivated buyers who are ready to make decisions. But what that tells me is that the number of the actual demand in the market is actually a lot higher than what's being recorded, and that it doesn't take much for the switch to go and for us to start seeing a lot of sales. So my prediction is that we're going to see balanced market conditions. I think the number of active listings being so low is going to counteract the number of buyers who are out there and able to afford housing and shop competitively. The other thing that's coming up right now is the City of Victoria just passed their missing middle sweeping zoning bylaw change, which allows people to redevelop properties to have up to 6 units on a typical residential lot. So a lot of properties that are in that City of Victoria zone that maybe would be purchased by a single family they're now competing with developers. So there's probably going to be a short-term pain here for a long-term gain to try and get some more housing supply. But we are seeing lots of multiple offers in certain price points and certain areas. The other big change that came down the pipeline in November was the provincial government changing the Strata Property Act. So all the buildings in Victoria now cannot be restricted for rentals. So that's all strata buildings can no longer restrict rentals. And then anything that was age restricted, 19 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, they no longer have age restrictions. So we're going to start to see the spillout from that change as well. And then the thing that we're all kind of waiting to see what happens with is the BC Housing Supply Act, which will come down the pipeline sometime this year. We don't know exactly what it's going to entail, but we do know that the provincial government is on a crusade to create more housing supply. So stay tuned as this year develops, and we'll be sure to keep you informed as things play out. Stay tuned for your March market update next month.